What if the person you least expected to abuse their authority turned your life into a nightmare? What if a casual evening stroll turned into a humiliating, life-altering experience? Imagine walking through your own neighborhood, minding your own business, only to be stopped, questioned, and handcuffed for no reason at all. How would you feel? What would you do? This story takes place in Riverside Hills, a seemingly peaceful suburban community. On a quiet Wednesday evening, Alex Carter, a 34-year-old black man dressed in a simple gray shirt and blue jeans, was on his way to visit a friend. Alex was a man of discipline and respect, having spent the last 6 years of his life serving as a police captain. However, tonight, his badge and rank meant nothing because of the color of his skin and the assumptions made by someone sworn to protect and serve. As Alex walked past a park, he noticed a police cruiser slowly pulling up behind him. Have you ever felt eyes piercing into your back, watching your every move, as if you were a criminal? That's exactly how Alex felt, but instead of ignoring it, he stopped, turned around, and calmly asked, "Is there a problem, officer?" That's when Officer Brenda Walker, a young white cop in her late 20s, stepped out of the car. Her tone was sharp, her posture confrontational. "Where are you coming from? Where are you going? What are you doing here?" she barked, without any greeting or explanation. Alex raised an eyebrow. "I'm just walking to a friend's house." "Is there a problem?" Officer Walker sneered. "We've had reports of suspicious activity in this area. You fit the description." "Have you ever been accused of something you didn't do simply because you fit the description?" Alex was stunned but maintained his composure. "What description is that?" he asked calmly. "You know exactly what I mean," she snapped, her hand inching toward her holster. The tension was palpable. Alex knew better than to escalate the situation, but the blatant profiling was infuriating. "Officer, I'm just walking. I haven't done anything wrong." But his words fell on deaf ears. Officer Walker, determined to assert her authority, demanded Alex put his hands behind his back. "You're being detained for questioning," she declared. What would you do if you were in Alex's shoes? Would you comply or would you stand your ground? Alex complied, knowing that resistance could lead to something far worse. As she roughly handcuffed him, neighbors began to gather, watching the scene unfold. Murmurs filled the air. "Isn't that Alex, the police captain?" one whispered. "No way, why would they arrest him?" another asked. But Officer Walker paid no attention. She shoved Alex into the back of her cruiser and drove him to the station. On the way, Alex tried to reason with her. "Officer, I don't think you understand who I am. I'm Captain Alex Carter with the Riverside Hills Police Department." Brenda laughed mockingly. "Nice try. You think I haven't heard that one before? You don't look like a captain to me. Have you ever been judged solely on your appearance, with no regard for who you really are? How would you feel if your achievements and identity were dismissed as lies?" At the station, things quickly spiraled. Brenda paraded Alex through the precinct like a trophy, loudly announcing she had caught a suspicious black man loitering in a residential area. Some of her colleagues, recognizing Alex immediately, rushed to intervene. "Brenda, what are you doing? That's Captain Carter," one officer exclaimed. Her smug expression vanished. "What? No, he's lying. He can't be." But the evidence was undeniable. Alex's colleagues quickly produced his ID and confirmed his identity. The room fell silent. Brenda's face turned pale as the gravity of her mistake sank in. What would you do if you were Alex in that moment? Would you demand an apology, or would you let the system handle it? Alex, however, remained composed. He turned to Brenda and said, "You judged me based on my skin color and my clothes. You ignored my words and humiliated me in front of my community. This isn't just about me, it's about every person you've ever mistreated." The repercussions were swift. Brenda was suspended immediately while an internal investigation was launched. News of the incident spread like wildfire, sparking outrage across Riverside Hills. Community leaders demanded accountability, and Alex, though deeply hurt, decided to take a stand. During a public press conference, Alex addressed the community. "Racial profiling has no place in our police force. Officer Walker's actions were unacceptable, and I will do everything in my power to ensure justice is served, not just for me, but for everyone who has been wrongly targeted." Brenda's suspension quickly turned into termination. She was fired for misconduct and excessive force, and Alex made sure she wouldn't get away with just losing her job. He filed a formal complaint, which led to a review of her past cases. Alarming patterns of racial bias emerged, and several of her previous victims came forward to share their experiences. What do you think should happen to officers like Brenda? Should they face harsher consequences to set an example? Brenda's career was over, but the impact of her actions remained. Alex, though vindicated, couldn't erase the humiliation he had endured. He used the experience to push for mandatory bias training and stricter policies against racial profiling in the Riverside Hills Police Department. The story didn't end there. Alex's courage inspired change, but it also sparked a deeper conversation about systemic racism within law enforcement. What if more people like Alex stood up against injustice? What if we all worked together to create a fairer, more equitable society? So, the next time you see someone being treated unfairly, ask yourself, what would you do? Would you speak up, or would you stay silent? Because silence, too, has consequences. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more thought-provoking content. What are your thoughts on this story? Let us know in the comments below.